Parents and children, welcome to my Wellbeing Assembly. During this short assembly, we'll be discussing what is wellbeing and how can you look after your wellbeing at home. First of all, I'd like to welcome you to our new wellbeing page on the John Burns Homeschooling website. There's lots of resources and links for lots of family fun. There's lots of wellbeing stories to listen to and join in with on the website, and there's also lots of downloadable and printable activities, so please enjoy them and use them as a family to improve your well-being at home. First of all, you can pause this slideshow to have a think and have a chat about what you think well-being is. Take a minute just to think yourself or talk to a family member about what well-being is. What does it mean? So well-being is the idea of feeling comfortable, happy and healthy. But actually in life, we don't always feel this way, and that's okay. It's okay to feel sad or angry or upset. Can you think of a time when you were happy, or can you think of a time when you were sad? What made you feel this way? Take a moment now just to pause and to have some self-reflection or to talk to a family member about these emotions. So everyone can improve their well-being, adults and children, and there are some winning ways to well-being, and you can see them below. So the first one is to connect. So to connect with others, to talk, to listen, to be there for others, and that will definitely help you feel connected. You might write a letter, you might talk on the phone. The second way is to give. So to give your time, to engage with others and to be present in the moment. So not looking down at your phone the whole time, to give your time and to be present in the moment. The third one is to take notice. So remember, it's the simple things that give you joy. So try and think of one thing a day that's made you feel grateful or happy today. Is it that the sun's shining? Is it that you've achieved something off your Google Classroom list? So take notice of the small things to improve your mood. The fourth one is to keep learning. Even adults keep learning, it's not just for children. So embrace new experiences. Have you developed a new hobby whilst you've been in lockdown? Take opportunities, try and surprise yourself, learn something new. And our last one, which will definitely help to improve your mood, which I know lots of you have been doing already, is to be active. So do what you can to move your mood and physically move your mood. So whether that's taking part in Joe Wicks, whether that's doing some cosmic yoga from our Wellbeing Matters website page, the link is on there, or going for a walk around the park or riding on your scooter. Be active to hopefully encourage and to move your mood. So I just want to finish this short assembly by getting you to think about how you will improve your well-being this week. What will you do? I just want to end it with this quote from Winnie the Pooh, which is, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." So if you're feeling a bit low, if you're feeling a bit sad, if you're missing friends and family, think about one of those 5 things that you could do to improve your well-being this week and to move your mood on. Ruby's Worry by Tom Percival. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it, but then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bit bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box, and it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing things she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realise, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now, the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at tea time. It filled up half of the school bus, and it took up a whole row at the cinema. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time, but now that she knows how to get rid of them, The Invisible String by Patrice Cast. Liza and Jeremy the twins were asleep one calm and quiet night. Suddenly, it began to rain very hard. Thunder rumbled until it got so loud that it woke them up. "Mummy, Mummy," they cried out as they ran to her. "Don't worry, you two. It's just the storm making all that noise. Go back to bed." "We want to stay close to you," said Jeremy. "We're scared." "You know we're always together no matter what," Mum said. "But how can we be together when you're out here and we're in bed?" said Liza. Mum held something right in front of them and said, "This is how." Rubbing their sleepy eyes, the twins came closer to see what Mum was holding. "I was about your age when my mum first told me about the invisible string." "I don't see a string," said Jeremy. "You don't need to see the invisible string. People who love each other are always connected by a very special string made of love." "But if you can't see it, how do you know it's there?" asked Liza. "Even though you can't see it with your eyes, you can feel it in your heart, and you know you are always connected to everyone you love. When you're at school and you miss me, your love travels all the way along the string until I feel it tug on my heart. And when you tug it right back, we feel it in our hearts," said Jeremy. "Does Jasper the cat have an invisible string?" Liza asked. "Sure she does," said Mum. "And best friends like me and Lucy?" asked Liza. "Best friends too." "How far can the string reach?" "Anywhere and everywhere," Mum said. "Would it reach me even if I were a submarine captain deep in the ocean?" asked Jeremy. "Yes," Mum said, "even there." "Or a mountain climber?" "Even there." "A dancer in France?" "Even there." "Ooh, a jungle explorer?" "Even there." "How about an astronaut in space?" "Yes, even there." Then Jeremy quietly asked, "Can my string reach all the way to Uncle Brian in heaven?" "Yes, even there." "Does the string go away when you're mad at us?" "Never," said Mum. "Love is stronger than anger, and as long as love is in your heart, the string will always be there." Even when you get older and can't agree about things like what movie to see, or what game to play in the back seat, or what time to go to bed, or that's right, you two should be in bed. And with that, they all laughed as Mum chased the twins back to their bed. Within a few minutes, they were asleep, even though the storm was still making loud noises outside. As they slept, they started dreaming of all the invisible strings they have, and all the strings their friends have, until everyone in the world was connected by invisible strings, and from deep inside, they could now see clearly. No one is ever alone. While We Can't Hug by Polly Dunbar. Hedgehog and Tortoise were the best of friends. They wanted to give each other a great big hug, but they weren't allowed to touch. "Don't worry," said Owl. "There are lots of ways to show someone you love them." Hedgehog tried a wave. That made Tortoise smile. Tortoise made a funny face. That made Hedgehog laugh. Hedgehog wrote a letter, and Tortoise wrote one back. And when Tortoise did a little dance, Hedgehog joined in too. Hedgehog blew a kiss across the gap between them. Tortoise saw it and caught it and kept it, and sent 3 back again. Tortoise sang a song, Hedgehog played along. Then they both painted pictures so that everyone would know they were friends. Through rain and shine, they could not touch, they could not hug. But they both knew that they were loved.